What up, Buckeye Nation? Welcome to the Buckeye Boys, where we talk about college football with real fans. I'm Devan, and that's still Melo, man. That's still
Hey,
Melo,
man.
dude.
I don't know. We're working it. I'm working it. They're gonna have to come back out. They didn't fix the issue today, but
Yeah, man. So to be transparent with everybody, we just wanted to hop on here, do just a quick little show. I do have a few little recruiting updates to talk to people about, but mainly to see if these dudes fixed Melo's internet. They failed, bro. They failed.
Yep. I'm make them come back out tomorrow. They're gonna get tired of coming out here. They're gonna fix it at some point.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a shorter show, but yo, shout out to everybody in the chat: Dennis, Mark, Ron, Steven, C-Dub, Mecca. Appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate you guys showing up every single time. Karis, love y'all. Y'all like family, man. So much love.
For sure.
So Melo,
yes.
What do we want to dig into? Do you want to hear my few little recruiting nuggets first? Is that what we want to dig into?
Let's start off with Turbo Rogers. Did you see
that?
Gotcha.
I did. Tell everybody what you heard.
So Turbo is actually taking an official visit. He's a Alabama commit, and he's coming for the Purdue game this Saturday. 4-star, and his speed matches his name, Turbo. He's super fast. He's like, think of Paris Campbell. You could use him in a slot. The thing with Turbo, though, Scoop dropped the nugget back in September, beginning of the season, where, and I'm just going to flat out say it because they already put it out there, where Nate Frazier reached out to Ohio State directly. If you know who Nate Frazier is, he was the number one running back in the 24 class at a Mater Dei and Santa Ana, where currently Chris, our wide receiver, Chris Henry Jr., is committed, and he is currently playing for UGA. Supposedly, he doesn't like Athens. He's from like a metro area. Athens is super country, and Columbus is more city than Athens, so that should give you a perspective. And supposedly, he was bumping heads with the head coach. So my thing is, if we flip Turbo from Bama, I don't know what the chances are that we're going to get Nate Frazier in the transfer portal. So that's where I'm at with it. Personally, if it's me, I prefer Nate Frazier.
Yeah, the Turbo thing, we've been going back and forth a lot with it. If you want to ask me, I think the thing that keeps holding that connection there is our new running back coach, Locke. I think the relationship Turbo has built with him was built before Coach Locke ever came here. I think they're from around the same area. So, I think they know each other, and I think that's the connection. All these recruiting insiders have gone back and forth of like, yeah, they think they're going to see him in the class, or no, absolutely not. We're not going to see him in the class. So,
yeah,
it'll be an interesting one to follow. I was very surprised to see that he's taken an official visit for the Purdue game. So what that shows me is it's like a lot of these recruits, they you're going to see a lot of recruits at the game. There's going to be some there because they're interested in Ohio State. There's going to be some there because they're interested in one of the biggest games of the year. Right. That's just what it is. That's just the truth. Shout out Tor in the chat. What up, my dude?
What's up, Tor? What's up, Akeem? Hey, I got to correct you there real quick.
Shout out Steely too. What up, Steely?
I got to correct you real quick. You said one of the biggest games. No, it is the biggest game. It's the game. So
yeah,
if I'm personally for me, I would pick the game to come to watch.
Yeah, amen.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Some other recruiting news. A new offer went out. Coach Walt put a new offer out for a corner. Jordan Woods out of Georgia. So the inside information here is that Coach Walt was absolutely pounding the table, wanting to offer this kid. The biggest question of all, which I'm sure a lot of people that follow recruiting want to know this question, is this related to Naeem Alford and thinking that he might decommit? We're going to talk about him next. But first, I want to say, nah, man, I do not believe this is related to that whatsoever. They've always wanted 3 corners in the class. So I don't think this has anything to do with that. He's a 3-star. He's like 6'2", 6'3". So not a highly rated one, but Coach Walt wants him, and I trust Coach Walt. So Melo, did you hear about that?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
so
a good corner.
Yeah.
He's a big corner. Like, he's bigger than Devin Sanchez and Naeem. Some places have him listed at 6'4", so, and they're talking about it's more so related to they don't believe they're going to flip Dorian Brew or Trey McNutt. So they're kind of penciling him in as a slot or nickel. And if he keeps getting bigger, he could easily just move to safety as well. So, and what people have to realize is, like, next year, Jermaine Matthews could be gone. After next year, Aaron Scott will have one more season. He could be gone. Bryce West, depending on how they perform, they all could be gone, and we could be empty. We're going to lose 4 out of the 5 corners right now, starting corners next year, guaranteed. So, especially if Iggy keeps playing how he's playing, so we need the DBs.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll move right into Naeem Alford real fast. He's going, taking a bunch of visits. Me and Melo already said we don't really feel the strongest about it, but I learned a little something new today. Naeem Alford told somebody that the number one Auburn recruiter in his life right now is his girlfriend that lives in Alabama, and that does not want him to leave Alabama and go further away from her. So there's another stake in the heart in the Naeem Alford recruitment. I don't know how to feel. I mean, how I feel about it is that he's gone. That's if I'm honest with you right now in this moment, I think he's gone. No inside information there or anything like that. That's just how I feel. And to be quite honest with you, anybody that tells you they know, I'm not quite sure you can believe them, because it's like with how recruiting is, it's just off the charts.
Well, that's an interesting nugget. I never knew that about the girlfriend. So if I'm Ohio State, I'm like, hey, you going to Ohio State for free. Come on. That's what I'm telling the girlfriend. But like I find it hard to believe. I know from a cultural standpoint, I don't believe Naeem Alford's parents are going to let him pick his destination off of his girlfriend. I just don't see that. Do I think he's gone? I'm kind of 50-50 with it. I'm trying, and that's me being positive. So there's a few things that I noticed. Naeem took off his Ohio State sticker off his helmet. He never wears Ohio State gloves anymore. It's always Oregon. And you could say that's nothing, which it could be nothing, or it could be everything. He was on the Oregon sideline when our DBs were getting cooked. That's why it's imperative that we make it back to Indy and redeem ourselves, because I think it's going to come down to the last moment with someone like Naeem. Naeem also said Auburn's attractive because he gets filled immediately, but I really just feel like it's a bunch of hogwash with that. I really think it's between Ohio State and Oregon.
Yeah. So in regards to one of the biggest questions about Alford, people are always like, well, Auburn sucks. Well, Naeem Alford in a recent interview was specifically asked about that. And his response was, it really doesn't matter. They just lost to Vandy, and they interviewed him, and he said his response to that was both the teams played really good. And they said, well, does the fact that Auburn ain't playing real good affect you? He said, no. He said the main thing that he gathered from that Vandy loss was seeing a freshman cornerback come in the game and play well. And what that shows him is that their coach there is really good at developing and can get him on the field early. And asked if early playing time was a big deal to him, he said absolutely, most definitely. So those aren't very good things to hear. So away from the negative recruiting news, on to some lighter news. Jakeem Stewart, man. Jakeem freaking Stewart, dude. I got some good news for everybody, dude. This is looking better and better and better for the Buckeyes every day. Melo, have you heard the latest?
No, let me know.
All right. I'm going to read to you his words, right? This might take a minute, but I want everybody to hear it. He said, Coach Lealon Clark is like my big brother. He treats me well, and we are like family. Every time I go up there, I know he's going to be 100% with me. He shows me around, and he really vibes with me outside of football. Coach Clark has really gotten to know me. Then Columbus. It's a great city. It's a big city. There isn't too much to do, but there is a lot to do at the same time. It's a great place with some Cajun people, and there's a lot of business opportunities out there for me. When I get back up there for my official visit, they want to show me different opportunities they have for me out there. The coaches are great too. I love it there. They know how they want to utilize me. Coach Jim Knowles is a great defensive coordinator. Coach Larry Johnson is a great defensive line coach. Ohio State is a great program. They all have a lot of good things going on right now. Coach Ryan Day is consistent. He has never had a losing record at Ohio State. One thing I'm looking to do is win. And another interesting note for you is that Stewart has 4 visits left before he commits. He's got an official to LSU this weekend, an official to USC next weekend, an unofficial to Oregon November 23rd, and the last one before he commits to us for the game. So that was a little bit of a surprise to me. And by the way, he also said that out of his top 4, the 2 schools that are really starting to separate from all the other ones were Ohio State and one other one. I couldn't remember the other one. All I heard was that Ohio State was on there. And that's surprising to me, man, and really, really good news.
Well, it's not really surprising to me. I wonder what the other one is. It's either Oregon or LSU. It has to be one of those 2, I would assume, because he already did an official to Oregon, and he's going back for an unofficial right before he takes his official here. Oregon's plan is they're going to be like trying not to let him leave, but I don't think not leave without committing, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I think personally on this one, I feel like we're in the driver's seat. I felt that way for a while. When he went to his rivals' elite camp, and he was wearing Ohio State gear, and he was destroying Gatch and throwing up the O in his face with London Merritt. I mean, it was a beautiful thing to see. He's always rocking Ohio gear. He's super tight with Lealon Clark, and he said he calls LJ the GOAT. So I like where we sit here. We just got to continue the trajectory we're doing. Our defense is the best defense in the country, and I know he can see it. So it should be good. I think we'll land him.
Yeah. 2 more little interesting things. Caden Dixon Wyatt. He's in my with my eyes, he's one of the best receivers to come out of the 2026 class. He put Ohio State in its top 10. That's not a surprise. Nothing too crazy. There's a lot of schools that's top 10. And interesting little side note to keep an eye on. I don't really think there's much in it, but Curtis, 2026 quarterback, the number 1 quarterback, is visiting November 23rd, visiting Ohio State. So I think he's an SEC lean. I think he holds a lot of value in the SEC for some reason, but he's getting on campus. Pay attention to what they do, not what they say. So, Melo, what's your thoughts on those couple little nuggets?
Wyatt is Chris Henry Jr.'s teammate. I think we're solidly in his top 3. If we could pull both of them, we're pulling Chris Henry, but if we could pull him with Chris Henry, we're back to having those number 1 and number 2 wide receivers in the class again. You can't get a number 1 and a number 2 every single year anymore with how NIL is, because NIL is year to year for the most part. It's renegotiable after every season. So, right, that's why we didn't go after DeCorian Moore so hard, because he wanted Optimus Prime money. You're not Optimus Prime. You're not even like half Optimus Prime, so you're not getting that. And we're gonna have to re-up on Optimus Prime and Ennis and Carnell Tate next year. And then you have Chris Henry coming in, and hopefully we get Wyatt Davis. And with Jared Curtis, I think right now I think Oregon is solidly in first place. That's what I've been reading. One of his friends, and verified that he's a close friend, said Ohio State is not in the league. But you never know. He shows up on the campus, and he's going to play with elite wideouts over here anyway. Do you really want to go to Oregon? Yes, you're going to put up numbers, but you're throwing screen passes all game. You're not making NFL throws that much. So, like, we're gonna have a shot. He was good. Ohio State at one point was his leader before we fired Corey Dennis, which was the right thing to do anyway. So Chip just has to get on him, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Mika wants to know if we think LJ's retiring. I don't. I really don't have much else to say about that. I do know that he told, he said in a couple interviews that he's not going anywhere anytime soon. Could be wrong there. Don't think anybody really knows. But Melo, what's your thoughts there?
I don't know, but it really doesn't matter. Everybody's asked all the commits if LJ was here, would it change their minds? They said no because they're really close with Alan Clark. I think Alan Clark is taking over for LJ whenever he does retire.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Melo, if you want to take over for a minute, I think I'm going to go grab Cujo and bring him just to re-up the Cujo fire because I got something that I want to show everybody, a little design that Curse Designs did. So take it away, Melo. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. So how's everybody doing in the chat? What's up with you guys? How you what's everybody on the Penn State game? I don't think we really touched base after that for the most part. Do you guys how do you guys feel about the offense this far in the season? Are you guys good with how Will Howard is playing and leading his team this season? What's good, Philly Matt? What's up, Tora? Cares, I also seen that opinion. I feel like really our O-line about to take off. And in terms for me, that was always the question on what was going to stop this natty. And I think Will Howard will play much better from here on out. And I think we're about to go on a nice little run, personally. Yes, they do. Mika says, continue to spread the ball around and rotate. Let's win this natty and build a dynasty. And you know what? I couldn't agree more, Mika. Everybody should eat. This offense should be pretty much unstoppable. You could, if you want to take away the pass, I'm going to run. If you want to take away the run, then we're going to pass. But everybody, I think we have a guest appearance from someone. And who might it be? Cujo.
He's tripping, dude. Look at him. He's not a fan right now. Cujo, you're all right.
He's chilling. He's just licking your hand.
Don't, but it's okay, Cujo. You're okay. Don't get me. Yeah, it's okay, Bobby. He was freaking out because I was messing with my headphones.
Yeah. He liked those things, Don.
Yeah, he trips, dude. He freaks out every once in a while. You know, he's just a little raccoon. So
hey, Blitz. I'm gonna be honest. I think McCord has better arm talent, but that's it. He's not a leader. He doesn't have better pocket presence. He doesn't have better poise. He can't bounce back if he makes a mistake. And he might be athletic. We see one run, but we don't know.
Hey, you know what I did, dude? I screwed up. Everybody look in that top corner right there. I put the
oh, I see it.
Hold on, let me try something. Yeah, let me try something. Let me see. Everybody bear with me. I'm going to see if this works here. This could get wild. Here we go. That's it. Boom. Can you see it?
No.
Yeah, there we go. So that is the new Cujo shirt design from Tony Curse Designs. And Donald and Karen Roshbook, they teamed together. They got that together there. So that is now available to be put on a white shirt. So, and just FYI, if anybody wants any Buckeye Boys shirts, we now have, it has to be sent in an email. You got to send an email to us at thebuckeyeboys@gmail.com. And you got to tell us your size in there. That's the only way we can get shirts to you now. I used to just like text back and forth, but we're a real business here, so we got to keep track of our numbers and different things like that, like for taxes and different purposes. So I'm going to go put this little animal out, Mellow, and I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. So if you want to
All right.
purchase that shirt, just hit us up and let us know, and we'll ship them out to you ASAP.
Cujo, say bye to everybody.
Cujo.
Oh, Daddy doesn't keep clean. Daddy
Has
doesn't.
he ever bit you before?
Oh yeah, yeah. But only when he's like scared or eating. Like when he like knows it's me and stuff like that. No way. But he's a wild animal. You know what I'm saying? The only times he's bit me, like I said, when I went to pick him up and I've scared him and stuff like that. But for the most part, now he ain't bit me in a long, long time. So you just gotta know how to handle him. He's still a wild animal, you know.
Right.
But as you can see, he loves his dad.
Yes,
I'll be
sir.
back.
So I wonder, did you guys see that they nominated Sonny Styles as a Buckeyes Award semifinalist? I think that's kind of interesting. I think personally, Cody Simon might have deserved it a little more, but at the same time, I'm not mad that they're actually starting to promote our players, because for the longest, Ohio State did a horrible job of promoting their athletes. Like Marvin Harrison should have won the Bolitnikoff back-to-back years. So I'm happy for Sonny. I hope he keeps progressing and getting better. I think he's a freak show. I would like to see him just get a little bit lower in his with his pad height when he's tackling, because he'll demolish people. Sometimes he's standing a little too high, and being at 6'6", when you're trying to tackle like a 5'10" guy, they're going to have the leverage from being lower. So you're naturally going to fall backwards, and you're going to get that extra yard or two. I want him to drop them and stop them right in their tracks, like he did Darnell Washington. Thing with Darnell is Darnell's 6'7", 260 pounds. So, I mean, he was a taller guy. So when he hit him, he's already hitting him where he want to hit the 5'10" guy. So he was crushing Darnell. Sent him to the hospital. Did his season early. Do you think, what's this? Let's see what you guys are saying. Do you think it's because Ross Bjork is here that now we have award finalists? That's an interesting point. I never really thought about that, Blitz. What are you thinking about that, Dev, what Blitz put out there?
Do I think it's because Ross Bjork is here now?
Because just to bring you in, we're talking about Sonny Styles being nominated for his award, how nobody else getting nominated, and how Marvin should have got back-to-back Bolitnikoff, and we're saying like now they're starting to promote their players better.
Yeah, that's funny. I was literally about to bring that up right when I got back here, but honestly, I do think he has something to do with it, and I think we're going to see more of it because it's needed. And the dude that's been here that's does it, it's pretty weak in my regard when it comes to that. Like for me, and I'm going to have some haters on this, but the fact that like Georgia's quarterback can be a Heisman finalist, but Will Howard isn't, just blows my mind. Or shoot, even JJ Smith, like let's get him involved in something here. I know that he was, isn't he? Is he up for something as well?
I believe it's a blatant call.
Yeah, but it's just like, dude, there's a lot of talent on this team, and when you look at the lists that some of these and some of the players on some of these lists, it's like, dude, come on, Ohio State, step your game up. You know what I mean? But you know, we agree. I'm confused.
What's that?
I'm confused with Steely's. I'm confused with Steely's comment there, but I don't know. Steely, you have to help me with that one. I don't know. Am I hating? Did I hate on somebody?
I think they're talking about Sonny Styles and being that award.
Did I didn't say anything, did I? I think Sonny Styles, let me just clarify something real fast. I think Sonny Styles is doing very good this year. I think that the coaching staff is asking Sonny Styles to do a lot. And he's coming from a different position group, right? But here's the truth. Sonny Styles has way more potential. He's got way more in the bag than what he is doing right now. So there's no way around that. I don't know how else to say it. He can do way more than what he's doing now. Is he doing good? Yeah, he is. But he can do way more. So, I mean, that's how I feel about that. So,
I
Melo,
agree
how
with
you
you
feel?
on that.
How you feel about that?
No, I agree with you on that, man. And bro, it's just like sometimes it seems like we can't get everything with everybody at their max potential all at once. You know what I mean? And it's like, I wish we could, because by the time, I guarantee you next year, Sonny's going to be at his max potential and ready to go. But we're not going to have all the other pieces that are. We're going to have a lot of young pieces that are going to not be at their max potential at the same time. You know what I mean? So that's the part that kind of sucks. But yes, I think it's going to be phenomenal.
Hey, has anybody seen Donald and Karen Roshbach in the chat? He said he's been trying the chat, but I don't see him in there. So I'm confused on that. Has anybody seen him?
I don't see him.
Oh, okay, Steely. I get you now. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. I got so confused. Sorry, dude. going out and getting Cujo kind of threw me off. But Donald, if you're watching, I have no idea what's going on with the chat. I'm going to look into it, but nobody has been blocked from our chat that I'm aware of. You definitely would not be blocked. So I have no idea what's going on, my dude. So I'll look into it, see if we can't get it figured out. But all right, Melo. Is there anything else that we need to chat about?
Purdue game. What do you guys want to see out of the Purdue game? Did we ask them this yesterday?
No, we didn't ask him that yet.
Or should we save that?
We'll save it. We'll save it before we get into the Purdue game. I just wanted to get on here and chat a little bit really and see. But I do have some Carson Hinsman information, a little bit of a nugget from you. For you. I heard this from a couple different places, and it's also over on the Scoop board. But as far as people wondering, like, what's up with Carson Hinsman? Why didn't he play earlier in the year or anything? I'll just tell you what I believe and what has kind of been confirmed that, confirmed by other people's opinions, I guess. I don't want to say it's a fact, but he was Ryan Day and Ryan Day. He was on the crap list, dude. You know what I'm saying? They just weren't happy with his play from last year, I guess. And I think we all know kind of the other things that happened. But the main thing I want to get out there is that Chip Kelly is the one that got Carson Hinsman on the field for this game. Chip Kelly is the one that really, really pressed for him to get in the rotation this time. So I think that speaks volumes again for bringing Chip Kelly, another fresh eyes to the team, and a veteran coach that understands that sometimes you got to put certain feelings to the side and put winning the football game above everything else. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with that. But Melo, what do you think about that?
I think thank God for Chip being here, man. Like, he's righting a lot of wrongs and just like, what? You guys are being ridiculous. That's not what's going to happen. We're going to do it this way. We're going to call this play. Just sit back. I got you. This is my offense, and this is how I'm going to run it. And I'm so happy that he's here because we've all, as a fan base, have been chirping for Carson Hinsman to play because we all knew he was a good player. He played extremely well against that team up north defensive line that was very stout last year.
Yeah, huge blessing for Chip Kelly. But other than that, Melo, you got anything else before we hop off here?
No, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry my internet didn't work. I'm going to get them back out here. Try to get them out tomorrow again. And harass, basically. It works fine during the day, and then for some reason at nighttime it is not working like that.
Yeah. I think normally your audio is fine when you turn your picture off, but it's been going kind of in and out all show, but we could still hear what you were trying to say. But yeah, we'll get it figured out for sure. But yeah, I don't want to get into too much because we got tomorrow's show and Wednesday's show as well. So wanted to hop on here real fast, give some tidbits. Appreciate everybody in the chat for coming and joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget, if you want a t-shirt or something like that, email us. You got to email us in order to get that shirt. So we appreciate the support. Subscribe if you haven't, and share us on your X and Twitter or Facebook or whatever else is out there. We'd appreciate that. We're a fan channel. We want to get you all involved. And remember, man, be kind to one another. This is a rough world out there. Jesus saved my life about 10 years ago, and he showed me a lot of grace and mercy in that time period. He does the same thing for every single one of us out there. So extend that grace, extend that mercy, and extend that, love and passion onto your neighbor, man. I know sometimes it's hard, but do it, man. Forgiveness, grace, mercy, all the things that the Lord gives us, those are gifts from him. So let's use those gifts. So appreciate y'all.
Amen to that.
Yeah. So on that note, go Buckeyes. OH.
I got to throw this up real quick before you shut it down so somebody comes and watches this later. Hold on, chat. Slow down. That part.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
Now we can close it out.
All right. Go Buckeyes. OH.
Ayo.